The concept of human rights is not British. It is an ideal which has existed under several names throughout the world for many years. However, the British are often accredited with being the first country to produce a binding document which recognised basic human rights, and which, in turn, influenced one of the world's most important social documents, the early American Bill of Rights. In the year 1215, King John violated a number of laws and customs by which England was governed. His subjects rebelled and forced him to sign the Magna Carta, an agreement which controlled the monarchy's power and established prime laws, basic conditions for life and religious tolerance, all of which we now accept as human rights.
The Magna Carta became the foundation for English democracy, a model for other countries, and had a profound effect upon later generations. The early English settlers to American colonies brought with them these ideals, and one of their first acts was to demand their own charters of rights from the Crown. In fact, the 1639 General Assembly of Maryland agreed that the inhabitants of this province shall have all their rights and liberties according to the Great Charter of England, otherwise known as the Magna Carta. Later, in 1787, after these American colonies won their independence from the British Crown, the founders of the new Republic of the United States, all men of British descent, met in Philadelphia to draw up a constitution. They drew heavily from the ideals of the Magna Carta, and in particular its 39th clause. No free man shall be taken, imprisoned, outlawed, banished, or in any way destroyed, except by the lawful judgment of his peers and by the law of the land.
Cancer Research UK, who run huge sponsored events to raise funds for important research into finding cures. In 2005, the British public raised over £270 million for this charity through various campaigns. The Comic Relief Programme, whose aim is to counteract world poverty and famine, raised, through a televised campaign, over £65 million in just one night.
In our recent times, Britain has risen to global challenges and willingly worked together with the other nations of the G8 to address international injustices. Projects such as irrigation in sub-Saharan Africa, sustainable reforestation of Central America, and the support of small industries in Southern Africa have all benefited from this level of cooperation. Once again, we see the British commitment to work with others and to take the lead in tackling the world's problems.
On the 10th of December 1997, the United Nations and most of the world's nations joined forces and signed an agreement known as the Kyoto Global Warming Treaty. In response to this event, Britain is now promoting global warming in a most positive way, in the fact that if we all pull together, even the most unconvinced will see the results.
Recently, an onshore wind farm was opened in Wales, and by using Japanese technology similar to that at Wakamatsu, it is estimated that it will supply 15% of that region's power needs. Britain not only wants to reverse global warming, but we're also trying to do our best in promoting awareness of climate change in amongst the less committed nations.
We know that others will always look to the British for a lead in such issues and to give a fair and measured response. This is our strength and virtue. We have made mistakes in the past and acknowledge that we are not perfect as a nation, but each and every one of us knows that we have to make a stand against injustice and ignorance, and that the concept of fair play is the only way forward for us all in this crazy world.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much.